We're live. You know who is here today, Travis? It's DeRay Davis. What's up, man?
We are live. We are live. I'm alive. I'm not dead 'cause I'm alive.
See, and you told me we shouldn't remix the open, but okay.
No,
There it is.
we
No,
do
I
the
don't
D-Ray
matter.
Mix. Yeah.
We are alive. We are live. We are living. We are live. We are living it. All right, go. What up?
I kind of want to. I want to see that happen for like another 10 minutes. Do the extended remix.
Songs are literally like a minute, 2 minutes long now.
Yeah,
because Old Town Road is like, I think it was a night.
It's like 98 seconds.
Yeah, it's 98 seconds long.
Really?
The original was 98 seconds long.
Oh my gosh! And then Billy Ray jumped in and had to throw his all over.
Made all that
30.
money.
That's what I'm talking about. When are you jumping in on something like that? You do literally everything.
Yeah, man.
Including Helium Comedy Club all weekend long.
Yeah, Helium all weekend. But yeah, I don't know, man. I love music. I miss music, but I want to make sure I'm very comfortable doing it. I don't want no due dates. I don't want no. I mean, I used to have all that. I used to, when I was writing, I had all those situations. Now I don't have none of that. Now it's like, man, I put out stuff when I want to, and it got to hit. It got to be internet unfriendly.
Right.
To really make it.
Yeah.
You got to piss some people off.
Yeah.
People got to hate it. People got to hate that they love it. Like, why do I know this song?
Have you had doing hip hop squares for VH1? Do you get that bite being around all those rappers wanting to jump in the studio?
Nah, I get a lot of people trying to give me mixtapes to give to them.
Oh my
all the time.
gosh.
Hey, run this by T.I. for me. Like, oh man. Please.
How does that even work? Like in their head, if you're doing that, do you just think like, well, gave it to DeRay Davis, he's gonna make it happen?
Or,
like T.I., like what's T.I. gonna do?
Well,
with
you
it?
can't take it no more anyway, because you take it and then you don't even use or do anything with it, and then somebody makes a song like it, and they're like, I gave this to DeRay, who's friends with this person, friends with that person. He must have gave it to DeRay, and they sue you.
Oh no!
So now I'm like, my hands behind my back. I could not take your CD, sir.
Mixtape, people giving you a mixtape, or comics asking for guest spots. Which one's worse?
I don't mind guest spots as much because you can hear the passion in their voice. Because I would ask.
Yeah.
I would
like
ask
that.
too, but when people start off like, I'm gonna be funnier than you, or it's like, you're not gonna get a guest spot, buddy. One day I'll be funny. You better respond. You ain't gonna be like those. I don't respond to those. I respond to the guys who are like, I'm in the city. I don't know if you've seen me before. Go to my page, check it out. Let me know if it's funny or not. And I'll check it out. And I'll be like, oh, well, I looked at it. I'm not sure if my crowd, if this is good for my crowd, rather than tell the comic he's not good, because you never know. You know what I mean? But definitely mixtapes, you take it and you put it in. Somebody rapping about killing everybody, and at the end he be like, "And you did if you listen to this." You're like, damn, someone's over your shoulder about to kill you. So yeah, you don't want that.
This sounds like a new script. Yeah. I think we can run with this.
Listen to this.
Has the hustle changed from when you came up and compared to what you see now from up and coming comics?
Of course, I can get on Instagram and do someone's joke from Comic View, and no one knows it's from Comic View, and they did a skit from it, and you're like, oh, that's the guy who does the. And you're like, I'm like, no, that's such and such joke. And they're like, oh, man, get out of here. That joke was years ago. Oh, you're a hater, man. You hating him. He got 1 million likes. You're mad. DeRay just hating. He got 1 million likes. But I'm not that guy, because it's a guy who got on Instagram one time, and he did this rant, and the whole rant was my joke I did on Power Play. Word for word.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Verbatim?
Verbatim. It was a rant, though. He's in the car like, hey, man, you know what I hate? I hate when I go to the club, and my boy, you ever had your boy fall in club love? And he's ranting. I'm going, this is my bit. So I was going to play them side by side.
Oh.
But even my side by side, because I'm not an Instagram guy, I won't get the amount of likes he got.
Go figure.
So why
Go
even?
figure.
So why it's like, and it's
Bless
like,
him
but
with
I
you.
did write to the guy and add him and hey, you do one more of my things when I fucking see you. Oh, can I say that on
Yeah.
If I fucking see you,
Hey, one more take, please.
when I fucking see you, I'm gonna beat your ass, and I let him know, because that's not truly a threat. See, to threaten someone's bodily harm is like, I'm going to kick your ass. I walk over here, I'm going to beat your ass. You can take somebody to jail. But if you get someone a threat, it's like the police saying, cross the street, we're going to shoot you.
Right.
You don't cross the street. So I'm saying, I told him, I said, use my shit again. I'm going to beat your ass. There's no getting around it, because I don't like playing that game. It's my content. It's what I wrote. It's like,
Right. You put in the energy,
you know,
the time, the effort.
It's
yeah,
you
but-
plus it's
but
your business.
Yeah, so those comedians will see, those kind of, but of course, I mean, it's good to have your own outlet, like the guys, the DC Young Flies, who create their own outlets, and the Shiggies who,
Right.
do their own weird thing. It's like people just happen to, you built your own audience. People like to see you do that.
Right.
The B. Simones, the, Pretty V's, the people like that. And, just those are people I've seen recently. So I'm not saying my favorites. I'm saying,
Right.
those guys, Country Wayne,
Yes.
build your own,
Yeah, that man
your
is
own,
not
your own
wrong, though.
audience. Yeah. That's great for you because you get to take your audience where you want to.
Right.
Where when you're on Comedy View and Def Jam, it's Comedy View's audience, it's Def Comedy Jam's audience. So if they do a Def Comedy Jam tour and you're not in there, people are like, oh, wow, I didn't see DeRay. It's like, it's not his tour.
Right.
So building your own brand is important, and that today's outlets allow for that.
Couple questions. So you're here. You're at Helium
Back
Comedy
to
Club
back or
all
all
weekend
in
long.
one?
You know
Couple
what?
questions.
Let's see how it
Have
flows.
you ever doubled the questions?
Double
All
it.
right,
I'm
all
like, and then I need rapid
if
fire
you were,
responses.
but people do it. They're like, if you ever were that, and if you didn't.
And if
I always hated that shit in school. I'm like,
If Travis touched your hand and looked you in the eye,
All
how
right.
would that go?
if you touch your hand aggressively,
Try it, Travis. Try it.
aggressively, but looked in my eyes.
Lovingly?
Lovingly. I think that's the Lifetime movie shit.
I like that.
You know, it's like the Lifetime movie because the husbands at the beginning of the movie seem very loving, and then they slap the woman with the rose.
right.
It's like give her the roses, slap her with the pedal. So what do you think?
So the real question.
So those are when the men beat the women in the Lifetime movies, which you shouldn't do at all, especially in today's age. You should never take bike pedals and make a rose out of it and say, "You want pedals, bitch?"
Oh no. Oh.
And then the pedals go around.
Sean
As you
Connery
slap
would
her.
disagree.
As you slap her with the rose pedals, the pedals go around. It's
Yeah.
like
And she's like, "Wow, it's so efficient."
pedal for love. All right. I don't
So
know
you're
where this
here
is
all
going.
weekend.
Here all
You're
weekend.
adding shows. Literally
Yes.
on Sunday, you've got 3 shows. So that. Like, I'm not surprised. People get really excited whenever you come into town. Very popular on TV. Everybody knows the live show is a super, just energetic, unreal experience as well. What's it like? What's the difference between coming in, wrecking shop on your own, doing a club and just doing day after day after day, and then coming in doing one of these shows that you do with 5 other killers at a place 2 blocks from here, at a 10,000 person arena?
Well, I've always loved instant gratification, kind of like Prince. That's why we look alike.
Same size.
Same size. Same size shoes.
Just slipped it in.
I'm 6'3", but I wear 5. Same size shoes. Same tattoos in random places.
Is that right? So
I have 2 tattoos on the insides of my butt cheeks, and it says "the." Both say "the."
is that right?
What is
You're a mystical
what's
man.
wrong with you,
They just
man?
say
You're a
"the."
mystical dude.
They just say "the." Because you know what comes out of the butt.
See,
I
When
don't-
I'm on the toilet,
They-
it explains itself.
Don't. See, now
Right.
you're encouraging them. Now
Of
they
course. You're not going to feed this engine? Are you
No,
kidding
I
me?
love the instant gratification. I love the intimate crowd being right there in front of you, and you're getting to do 45 minutes of your own material if you got your own fucking material.
right.
Where you do the big theaters, and of course it's like the difference between doing. I mean, it's a big old show, it's a big move. You got to you got to wear a different outfit. Like I'm black tees, black pants, black shoes, and then on that show you got to be glistening. You got to be Michael Blackson. You got to be a fucking Christmas ornament. You got to come out. Everything's bigger. You got to make sure. You got to stop and smile. Make sure people see you in the back. Can you hear me? Everybody hear me? Concert, throw your hands in. If you only got one shot, in the back. On your T-shirt, Mom Spaghetti. You gotta do the big ass fuck concert. Where you come out on these shows, there's cheering, they're happy. They didn't spend a whole lot of money to say, well, they might spend the same amount of money, but they don't know it until they get the
Right.
bill at the end.
Yeah,
It's
thank
like,
you.
$120 for this bitch. That's rude. But well, you know, you get that ticket, and I think people take home the tickets from like the Martin Lawrence, Mike Epps show, and they like put it on the refrigerator. No one takes home the DeRay Davis helium ticket.
Helium?
No one
It's
takes
because they're
home
too
the
busy having too much fun, just getting wild, man.
Yeah,
You
so I'll
said
say the
somebody hit
difference. Plus-
themselves with a bottle last
Yeah,
night.
last night I just got up there. It's like, DeRay's crew, you're the best.
Yeah.
Another guy's in the back doing heroin. He's like, I
Yeah.
can't believe I'm at a DeRay Davis show. People do weird shit like that at my shows.
I asked you not to talk about my cousin on the air, man. It's like kind of weird with the heroin thing. but
Couples in the
whatever.
back, both of them have one. It's a man and a woman. They both have one wedding gowns. They're sitting watching my show. Those kind of people that show up to my show. They turn.
What's the craziest spot you've done comedy? Because and the reason why I asked because
That's good. yeah.
last week we here in St. Louis they started a laugh tracks on the trolley.
Do you have a photo of the trolley?
Yeah,
No.
And you act like you're doing jokes.
well, no, it's actually there are people on the trolley and there are comedians and we performed and
With one of these, with one of
with the microphones. So
he's mad.
you
No,
think I'm
what
making this up?
microphone? Like the
the one
No.
where you're like, hey, this is your stop.
It'd be like the bus driver.
Like we was on one of those
Okay,
microphones
alright.
telling jokes, and it was a packed, and it's a trolley. I don't know if you're hearing the part where I say it's a trolley.
Got it.
Yes. So I'm curious, what are some of the venues or spots coming up? I'm imagining you're not doing transportation comedy anymore, but what was some of
signed
the
a
spots
deal
you
with
did?
Greg.
But
Right.
I would just to do it because I've been challenged. I like when young comics like, you gonna come down to the this, and I go there, motherfucking ripping. It's like, nah, what's up, y'all
Right,
good?
right.
Fight anywhere. Fight anywhere. The ring, the alley. Of course, there's a place you don't go challenge yourself. Like you don't want to go to a place where you like. I mean, I like to do comedy anyway just for the hell of it. I'm just also the dude that like, if I'm not listening to music in the gym, I'm acting like I'm listening to some weird shit just to fucking people. Just because you know people watching, you just doing some crazy shit. Like, fuck. You're like, what's he listening to and where's the beat coming from? You just stop. You get back to it. That's just me.
Good for you.
I like to do that. I like doing that shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did that answer your question?
Or hiking, and I keep saying no. Like when I'm hiking in LA and rain, I just go no, 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 and just to see if people ask me what's going on.
Just see if they would be concerned.
What do you
So
hike?
I like stuff like that. So I would say that the trolley thing sounds interesting to me, but some of the weirder places, I like when I didn't want to.
Right.
Performed at a hair salon, standing on like this crate, and they're doing hair, and I'm like, yo, I got a microphone attached to a little machine. That was $7. I think I got for that. Out here, I performed in a place I don't know if you know called Hayti, Missouri.
Yeah, Helltie.
Super
Oh,
Southeast.
yeah.
That's
Yes. You don't
wait,
even-
wait. Was that a small show or did Cedric take you down there? He has family near there.
Fucking show, little
Okay.
ass, tiny ass, booked for chicken wings, and
It might as well be Arkansas.
it was on the floor. They stopped. People were dancing and stepping, and people eating chicken, and they stopped and said, "Hey, we forgot we got this comedian. Could y'all get off the floor?" Everybody stopped. We got this comedian. I was like, "Yo, so what's up?" And they're like, "Man, get this nigga out there." So that's probably the worst show ever because that was a long drive by myself. I drove.
Oh,
by
you drove by
myself.
yourself. Oh,
It was
sweet.
$300 from
God.
Chicago to there.
Oh no, is Cheryl Crow from there? She's from by there or something.
Man,
There's some famous people
that's
from
near
there.
the
That's
Blue
why it's called a
Hill.
hate out because I hate I drove to that.
Yeah, man. It's like, and the weird thing is, like, there are black people down there, but
Yeah, you could get lost.
it's not. Yeah,
get
it's
lost.
very. And that's we
You're in the
don't
wrong place, boy.
exactly.
Oh, look what we done got here.
I can relate to this so much.
Skin
man.
mask for everybody. We got us a light one. This is awkward. We caught us a light one in the trap. I wonder if they work as hard as the dark ones. I heard they don't.
You from Chicago
Hey,
too?
this one has green eyes,
He
baby.
got green.
Woo! We're about to make us some little mixed ones down here. You're going to make us an athlete.
Should I walk out of the frame?
man.
I mean, how does
Nope.
this work? Oh,
Nope,
okay.
you're stuck.
Sit in it. Sit in it. Okay.
What I'm curious though, and because the city produces obviously some comedic icons. What is it about Chicago that just grooms some of the sharpest, just some of the most out of this world comedians?
I would say everybody. You know, everybody has their place. Like everybody has a hood. Everybody has a nice place. Everybody has a dude in the hood that could fight, and they got a dude in the hood that can't fight. Everybody has a,
Right.
So I'll say everyone creates their own comedy. But I would say the thing about Chicago, the flavoring that's different about Chicago is that everybody there's where you go to New York, people look up to maybe the athletes, and I don't know what the thing is in New York, but in LA people look up to actors. In Chicago, we're known for organized crime. Mafia moves,
Yep.
fucking just drug dealing shit. So it's like people look up to. So that comedy, that to make those people laugh, has to be a different thing.
point.
It's like
Okay.
entertaining the kings, like back in the day when you really court jester or get beheaded. Like
Yes.
you got to really fucking bring it to be funny. The Midwest itself, like you got to bring it because
People have real
everyone here
problems.
believes they're better than you.
Right. Right.
Like it's not like they say in LA, they say LA, all the crowds are bougie and all that, or New York, oh, they're this fashion week and all that. But no, not better. Like people feel like hardworking people are just as good. Like whatever you do, like this is the place where your parent grabs your arm. If you're trying to go meet somebody, they say, hey, don't give a fuck if that football player's over there. You could be a football player. And the kid's like, I have diseases and I can't do. Like, yes, you can. You can still make it. Like they said, I have 3 weeks to live, and your parents are like, no one cares. You're going to the NFL. It's like, it's impossible. Just time-wise, just everywhere. I'm 9, and they said, I just want to go shake his hand. You make him come shake your hand. But the Midwest has that. Like,
Yes, that is dead on.
Your dad will drop you off in a fucking deer tractor. Like,
Yes.
you embarrassed our business. Like, and that's nowhere else. Like, not in New York, not nowhere else where that happens. And so when you go on stage, you have those stories.
Right.
And you talk about, like me talking about my mother. Never really seen somebody do it, talking about their mothers being on drugs the way I did until now I did it. Now it's like people do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I see it. So when they do it, I let motherfuckers know, like, yo, this didn't exist. You know what I mean? And then just the sessions was different, like the whole everything, like the roasting sessions, and I think it spread out.
Yeah.
And it became that. So I would say like New York comedy was always aggressive, like the New York basement. It was always yo, what's up? And then they had the places where you go perform, like the Cellar, where you can get your jokes off, build your sitcom. Every place has that, but as far as like that pot where those comics rest, no one really sounded like each other a lot. You know, you want it to be different. You want the fucking. Ain't many comics make it out. You say how many comics from New York? Billion comics. Chicago, I feel like just really getting a true shine.
True.
Like, I didn't know a lot of people were from Chicago because they didn't have that, like Corey Holcomb, DeRay, Lorel. You know, it's like you.
Yeah, for long as I didn't know Lorel was from Chicago.
Like, and now you're
that.
like, you know, it's like, okay, you got it. Like, we out here. Deion Cole, like, you like, we're out here.
Right.
Like, you know. And now people are making their moves in their packs. Like the Detroit people are moving. You know, the St. Louis people are moving. Like even G-Thing's doing great now.
Yeah.
You know, it's staying working and consistent. So it's but that Midwest flavor, man. It's like that fucking. We talked about shit before people talked about it.
Yeah.
You're in experiences because it's kind of country, kind of not. We're like motherfuckers out here country.
Right.
We don't want to be country. We is though.
Thank. How often do we say that over here?
You're like,
We say
damn,
all the
I'm
time
really
here.
fucking
No,
country.
yes.
Like, we do be on the porch here too. And it's supposed to be the Midwest, but we be on the porch. We will wear barefoot. We will go to the store barefoot if we know everybody. Like, you know, it has that, you know.
That's a good point. And then you guys, the comedians certainly segue. And you mentioned sitcoms. You mentioned in your case, now you're doing things like Snowfall on FX, and you're hosting Hip Hop Squares. You guys are versatile. Like you're able to just merge into.
I'll say that,
anything.
and I'll say that. Although I was speaking of the outlets earlier with the comedians as far as like Instagram go, I'll say those people unwillingly, the millennials or whatever, open up those doors because people start putting them in different places. Like you have an Instagram page and a guy's like King Batch, and you start putting them anywhere, or he's doing a Pepsi commercial, you're doing that. So people start being more open, and then the execs come from that world, the new execs.
Okay.
They come from seeing Instagram.
And they come and they'll see you.
Instead of seeing you on Def Jam, the new execs have seen Instagram and seen that. So I'll say it opened those doors for me to be able to do anything. I'm back in the day, you couldn't do hosting, and then Anthony Anderson couldn't host that, then go be a serious actor.
Right.
Take it serious. Although we get the few people like, oh, I was waiting on DeRay tell a joke on Snowfall. People still watch the show. They're like, end of the day, he just killed 2 people. This shit is still moving. It's still real. Empire, yeah, he was, that's DeRay, but he did just pull out a AK-47 and shoot the guy in the car next to him. It's like, you know, it just makes it more serious. And I'll say I got lucky with a comedic transition in 21 Jump Street because I was able to be funny. I was still a gang member, and at the end, I'm fucking hanging out of a fucking limo. I'm like a fucking middle of St. Louis, and they looked at it and they're like, DeRay. First they're like, turn this way. Turn this way, and then like, you're gonna shoot this way, and I'm like, all right, about to take 7. I'm Rambo, give me 2 guns.
I remember watching. I go,
and they're like,
is it me? Is this nigga DeRay really?
Shoot everybody, shooting everybody and shit. Ad-libbing words like bitch. I shot the girl in the limo. I was like, bitch. And they're like, can we do another take? DeRay,
aggressive.
Don't call her. She's in high school. I'm like, she's not really in high school.
So as far as that
But that
process goes, like with stand-up, you have to earn it. It's you're chopping it up, just fighting through those terrible shows, working your way up, getting better and better. Did you have that with acting? Is it like that, or is acting more natural?
Well, I feel like once again, I got.
For all I know, you have a coach.
I had an alley-oop because the barbershop, I just had to come in and say I was selling shit.
Yeah.
And by the time I got to the third take, I was bringing shit from my house. Like, those are my daughter's Pampers. the dogs, when I came with the dogs, I didn't know that the dog, they had to go through so much paperwork after that to get the dogs clear because those weren't dogs weren't supposed to be on set. They weren't fucking acting dogs. Those are some guys' dogs outside. I was like, you use your dogs.
Right.
They could have bit everybody in there. Ice Cube. God damn, get that dog. They got dogs out here this big. I just want to hear him say that about every animal after the snakes.
So so that transition was
that
much
was easier for me because
Yeah.
I would. And at the end, they're like, I get the serious moment. Who bought you the Freon? It's still some funny shit. I'm talking about air conditioning. I deserve to be in the shop too. So I had that movie alone. I had acting training. I had great actors in there, man. And you know, you had a lot of new actors like Mike Ealy was in there. He's laid back. Cedric had did so much.
Yeah.
And so I had, you know.
Soft
I'll
landing
say,
almost.
I'll say I didn't have to really fucking go all out. I went to class, but that shit ain't teach me shit. I went for like three times because the
Really?
girls was pretty.
How important is that to have a guy like Ice Cube in this industry being able to shepherd talent through this industry that normally would probably go ignored if it wasn't for
it's
like
impossible without it.
right.
Everybody that and I say this like Tyler Perry, I'm not. I watched a lot of his movies, but I haven't seen who's the breakout star. He came in with people who were like he worked with who he wanted to, which he was allowed to. And then he had his people from his plays that he found, and he put them in stuff, put them in powerful positions. But all that together, he had to see that first to put people somewhere. John Singleton didn't see nobody. Cuba Gooding Jr. He didn't see nobody. You know what I mean? He had to see that first. He had a couple people and they traded off afterwards. They were like, who's strong? Who can we put in these positions? So Tyler Perry putting people in positions, John Cena putting people in positions, Lee Daniels putting people in positions.
Yeah.
So you need those people end of the day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Regardless of where you end up, you need those people. And John, if you think about what he did, he put Ice Cube in a movie. Ice Cube went on to put everybody in movies.
Exactly.
Ice Cube put Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker ended up using Ice Cube anybody put in the movies pretty much blew up. Mike Epps blew up. Mike Epps started doing his own movies, his own production company. Then you got Cedric, who was in Barbershop. Then he went on to do his own solo projects after that. He did a couple, movies, but nothing like what Barbershop did. And then just what was necessary. You got to, if you don't have that person helping you at all, some people, you like I've done a lot on my own. Comedically, I do a lot on my own, produce my own shows and comedy shows, but ultimately, without somebody, there's someone in a position I'm gonna need, regardless if it's below me.
Right.
If it's an actor just coming in, but he's beyond talented, so I couldn't even pay him for his product. If it was a Coke deal, I always relate things to drugs. I have a bad habit of doing that.
Right.
And you need that. It's important to have an Ice Cube. Like even him on Hip Hop Squares, as hard as he is on me, with moving the show along.
Right.
As hard as he doesn't know how hard my job is. he doesn't give a damn. DeRay, I need this show to move. We going. You feel the slow? You feel it? Yes. Yes, Mr. Q. I feel the slow show right now.
Give him my regards for Three Kings, one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you. Can't wait Oscars for that, right?
Man, I love that damn movie to this day, man. Ice Cube is great in that. Travis, you got anything else for DeRay?
I know we talked about a little bit out there, and we talked about people who helped shepherd you throughout this industry, but we of course lost John Singleton recently, and I know he has played a major role in your career. What was it about John's presence? And for those who are not familiar or was as close to him as you were, explain to how much of an impact he had on your career, and then of course the impact he had on the culture.
Well, for me personally, it was always little bitty shit. Like John, the kind of person that he'll tell you, he'll call you out of nowhere. I got something coming up. Don't be fat. You're like, damn. All right. You put a hot dog and piece in your hand. Like, fuck you, John. Put this hot dog in this pizza and roll it up. Pizza dog. But that was an odd move with my hands.
It seems really comfortable.
How you
Right. It seemed like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
They talking about a relationship with another man. It's like, what you do is you put it, you want to make it in Hollywood?
Oh, okay.
You ever use the salt in the expensive places?
What?
Anybody have to shake weight? No, I'm kidding. But he, with me, like personally, he just would say shit like that. He was always like just mean to me, I guess. In instances, he taught me how to be still because I move a lot. Even now, like even not knowing I'm doing it on purpose, but I used to always fucking everything is this. In comedy, we do that.
Right.
Your hands, you build your fucking set while you're there, so you have to learn to separate. Because it's like talking to a boxer and always talk to me like, motherfucker, what the fuck is wrong with you? He had to learn like Mike Tyson now. Like I did Mike's spot, and Mike is like laid back, and he's like, Mike is like, really back now. He's like, so how you feel about that? And I like that Mike rather than
oh my gosh. Do you think that's switching up? I mean, the guy's smoking a lot of weed now. What did he say?
I think that helps.
Yeah.
But
I
it
think
still knocks
chills
you
him
out slowly.
Oh, yeah.
But so I'll say John did that. And with acting, show me how to plant my feet, delivering information without having to be all over the place. So he's just important, man. He's and hopefully people, you can't talk to him anymore, but hopefully you can go look at his work. Like, just because someone dies on me, you can't go look at the blueprint and look at the way he made things move as far as the transition. It's sort of like they do with the other director. I can't think his name. I fucking one of the best directors ever. Not Quentin. Married to Madonna.
Was it
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie.
That motherfucker. Like shit he does. Like you go if he weren't around no more, bless him being here. You go look at his shit, those cuts, those like all the shit. No, first we're gonna do it. Then even when they did Shaun of the Dead, they kind of bit off Guy Ritchie a little bit, like his whole.
They did.
Well, once things move forward, it just becomes commonplace, and you don't even think about the origin of it and how insane it was that wasn't even a thing.
Yeah, a thing.
It's so.
And John
strange.
does this thing where it's like you just gotta watch. If you go watch the people that was in it, it has something to do with the direction of it because everybody's on the same. No one's beyond over the top.
Right.
No
You're
one's
right.
Beyond. And Snowfall is that. Everyone's right here. No one's like super big. And if they are, it's like so downplayed. It's like he'll rather go lower than big. Like someone be real stupid than they are like Snoop Dogg and Baby Boy. The little boy got the fort and Snoop like, fuck your fort, and kicks the little boy's fort he built. He's like, where the fuck you see that at?
Right.
Where do you see that at?
Right.
It's a John Singleton movement. So I'll say the culture definitely going to miss him. But, I mean, people move up and down and all around for other people to come in and make things greater.
Right.
You learn and make the Michael Jordans, make the room for the Kobes, make room for the LeBrons.
Yeah.
The bigger LeBrons who not better than Michael Jordan, but just bigger. Definitely bigger.
I knew the Chicago.
Definitely more of a force. More friendly. I've had more conversations with LeBron. I'll say not many, but enough where great person, great guy, super athletic, best doing it right now, unstoppable. This is what I mean, but as far as like better than Michael Jordan was smaller, able to, you wanted him to have the ball at all times, no matter what team he was on. One of them had a ball, but it's the comparison of LeBron is here. LeBron is able. He has the Kobe turnaround. He has the Mike. He has the Charles Barkley fucking that two-handed shit is ridiculous. That jump stop dunk, no one could fuck. No one could stop that. Mike never had that. He didn't. If Mike is underneath, it's gonna be some fakes. Charles Barkley fake one. After that, we about to go. Elevator up.
Have you spoke to Michael Jordan?
I've had a conversation where when I met him, I spilled a drink on him. And he said, this is when he was making Michael Jordan everything. And he said, oh, don't worry. It's Michael Jordan rainwear. And I was like, my alcohol ran down his arm. And it was like, my alcohol was like, I'm falling off Michael Jordan.
I've had enough of this.
But yeah, I've had a couple conversations, but not to in depth. I've talked to his son a lot though. I talked to Marcus. Marcus sends you my new J's, and before they come out, I got the new jumpers.
Oh, that's what's up.
All the shit I paid for before that I get free now. All
Yeah,
the
that's
dumb shit. Yeah. Oh, you got money now? Give me everything free.
Yep, that's how it works.
Could have used these 10 years. Yeah, that's the problem. He's the number. I think he's my number one. Like I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to ruin whatever godlike I have.
Yeah, I have
it's
Jordan and Denzel for me. Jordan and Denzel.
I wouldn't know what to say. Wouldn't know what to ask. I remember Will Smith. He did the 7 Pounds movie, and I was like, oh shit, Will Smith. And I'd seen him a couple times, and Jada had me audition for something before. They had their production deal.
Right.
And I seen Will, and I was like, man, we got to do something, like, because it's Will Smith. And he said, what you want to do? And I was like, no fucking idea. Well, the average prepared person would have
Like a pitch.
Handed him a script.
and I'm like, I don't know, man. Fresh Prince 2?
It's not getting any better than that. Go see DeRay
Yes,
and Helium this weekend.
I added 3 shows on Sunday.
My gosh, you're a monster, man.
And what we're going to do at Helium, we're going to just run this tape I'm
Yes.
not performing
Oh,
shit.
fuck.
Enjoy yourselves.
I'm the star. Chris Denman, Travis Stroh, DeRay, thank you
Can
so
we
much,
get that?
man.
Can we get that song on the
Appreciate
outro
it.
too? Or no, we can't get that song.
You want the?
We Are Live. We can't get that on. Can't get that.
Oh, let's not play that again.
I hear it in my head forever.